Today it is snowing in Florida. This is Snowcat Ridge, Florida's first and only alpine snow park. Here you can go down a 60-foot tall, 400-foot long tubing hill, go ice skating, or even get in a snowball fight.
Now we have a few other things we cannot wait to show you here, including what this place looks like at night. But we are gonna make the most of the last couple of hours of daylight we have here, starting off with snowy slopes first.
Now while we grab our tubes, we do want to share a little bit more about this place. It's located around 35 miles to the north of Tampa, and while it technically has a Dade City address, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so cell phone reception can be a little spotty. Once you arrive, you'll park in either the standard section, which will cost around $16 if you pay ahead of time, or the preferred section, which will cost around $21. If mobility isn't an issue, we'd recommend saving a few bucks and parking in the standard section. Once you've signed your waivers and made it inside the park, you can run a locker for the day at guest services for $5. After watching a quick safety video and picking out our tubes, it was time to hit the slopes. And I gotta say that I was pretty relieved to find that we wouldn't need to be pulling our tubes all the way up the 60-foot tall hill. Now for those of you who are new to our channel, we should probably mention that Skylar and I both grew up in the Midwest, where we spent much of our winters playing in the snow. So when we first heard about this new winter destination in Florida, we couldn't help but be a little bit skeptical. But after looking into it, we thought it could actually be a pretty good time, so we decided to give a Florida snow day a chance.
Oh no, this looks kind of crazy. On our first ride down, we went on a double. I thought it went pretty fast, but the staff said they think that the singles go even faster, so we're gonna give these a try.
3, 2, 1, go!
Keep your butt off the ground.
It's gonna be faster. Now we don't have any tubes this time because we're gonna try to get on the 10-person tube. There goes Skylar with the single tube.
Here we go.
Looked like you were bouncing around quite a bit on that one.
I got a little wet at the bottom too.
We are here on a Tuesday and the park didn't open until 3 p.m. but we wanted to make a day of it, so we identified a couple spots we wanted to stop at on our way here from Tampa, and we're going to show you the first one while we continue to go down the snowy slopes. Our first stop today is Crate at the Grove, which consists of almost 100 shipping containers transformed into restaurants and retail shops. According to their website, you can find 29 restaurants and 17 shops in this unique mall here in Wesley Chapel. If you've driven on I-75 around 25 miles north of Tampa, then it's likely that you have seen some of these colorful containers on the side of the road. Stopping by Grove is a great way to support local businesses, plus they do have events throughout the year. Next, we're going to show you around a little bit.
It didn't take us too long to be impressed with what Crate at the Grove had to offer, as we found establishments offering almost every style of food we can think of, all within just a short walk of each other. Now, in addition to a ridiculous variety of food and drinks, Crate at the Grove does also offer a variety of shops featuring things such as clothes, candles, and shoes, and it even has an arcade.
So we decided to stop into Bakery X, partly because it's one of only a few establishments that are open early on a weekday morning, but also due to the fact that it's really highly rated and we love French bakeries. They had a pretty impressive selection of French pastries to choose from. Ultimately though, we went with the pistachio croissant because we can never pass up a homemade pistachio cream. So just that croissant by itself is delicious. It's a little crispy on the outside and really light and fluffy in the middle. But once you add in that pistachio cream, it is fantastic. The cream is actually a little bit more like a paste, I would say. The texture is different from other pistachio creams we've had, but the flavor is great.
So we definitely agree with the reviews about this place, and if we didn't have a couple more food spots planned for later today, we would probably be trying 2 or 3 more of their pastries because they are absolutely delicious. We do hope to come back here someday to do a little bit of shopping and try even more of the food because there is such an impressive variety in a small area.
Back at Snowcat Ridge, it was time to find out what there is to do beyond the tube hill, and we quickly discovered that there's a lot. Now, if you're a fan of all things Christmas like I am, then you're probably gonna love Santa's Christmas Lane, which is pretty neat to see during the day, but really comes to life when it lights up at night. Here you'll find a few great options for the young ones, including a kids' play zone and story time with Mrs. Claus. This is also where you can do some holiday shopping at Santa's gift shop or visit Santa's cabin, where at times you can even meet the man himself. And if you have a bit of extra room in the budget, this is also where you can rent your own private igloo.
At this point, we have been out and about filming for several hours now, and normally I would be looking for a place to charge my phone because we use it a lot for filming, and the battery just isn't as good as it used to be. But thanks to the sponsor of today's video, I don't have to do that because they offer the best travel companion for everyone on the go. This is Anker's Nano Slim Power Bank, Anker's Ultra Slim Power Bank for effortless travel. At right around 1/3 of an inch thick and just over 4 ounces, this thing will slide right into my jean pockets, plus it weighs less than half as much as many smartphones.
In addition to its ultra slim lightweight design, I love that this power bank is Qi2 certified, meaning it will charge compatible phones like ours at speeds of up to 15 watts, which is twice as fast as many other wireless chargers. But I think my favorite thing about it is that I can use my phone pretty much any way I normally would use it while it's charging. Now this would make the perfect stocking stuffer for anyone in need of super portable charging accessories.
And if you're an Apple aficionado, Anker's got another charging accessory just for you, as the Anker MagGo charging station will wirelessly charge your compatible iPhone, Apple AirPods, and Apple Watch all at once, and it will also fold up into an ultra portable size.
Now we've been using Anker products for years and couldn't be happier to have them as a sponsor of this episode. If you're interested in purchasing either of these awesome Anker products, go ahead and scan the QR codes on the screen or click on the links in the video description. Now let's get on to some more winter adventures.
Two, one, blast off.
See you later, Jamie.
See ya! Woo! Later!
Oh, we're already like almost the same.
Now that we've gone down the slopes a few times, we did want to talk about our tubing experience. So the slope that you go down, it's more like a sheet of ice, so you can get going really, really fast, and then you slow down when you hit the turf at the bottom. You can go down as a single rider, a double rider, or on a 10-person tube, and if you're not here with a large group, they will have you ride with other visitors, or they'll send staff down with you. There are a few different options when it comes to purchasing tickets for tubing. You can do a 2-hour time slot, or you can do unlimited for the entire time you're here. Plus you can add on a VIP pass, which is kind of like a fast pass. Now we knew that wasn't going to be worth it for us today because we're here on a Tuesday and it's kind of early in the season, but from talking with staff, if you come here on a weekend, it can get quite busy and that fast pass might be worth it. We did end up purchasing unlimited tubing for our visit because we wanted to be able to tube during the day and at night because it's a whole different experience. Now with that ticket, you can access all the other areas here on Snowcat Ridge, but if you do want to ice skate, that is extra. We actually are going to take you ice skating a little bit later, but first we have something else to show you.
Now the Arctic Igloo is where you're going to want to come here on Snowcat Ridge to experience some real snow. Now it is a wet snow, which means it's great for making snowmen and snowballs. But if you do plan on making either of those, make sure you bring your gloves and bring a winter coat because it is cold in here.
Once you're done playing in the snow, we love that you can come sit by one of these fire pits to warm back up. And if you're a little bit hungry, you can also buy a s'mores kit. We'll show you where you can get that and other food here at Snowcat Ridge right now.
Now you can find that s'mores kit that Jamie was talking about, as well as a variety of other sweets at the Sunkissed Sweets food truck. There's also 3 other food trucks here where you can find a variety of other things such as pizza, hot dogs, burgers, sandwiches, nachos, and a bunch of other things. And they even have a coffee truck here as well. But we actually had coffee and a really good lunch in another town close by earlier today, and we're gonna show you our experience there right now.
We're in downtown Dade City, which is less than a 20-minute drive from Snowcat Ridge. We came here because we heard their downtown area was really neat and full of shops and restaurants. There are actually 4 highly rated coffee shops in this area. We were having a hard time deciding which one to go to. We ended up at the Treehouse because the outside of it looked really cool. It's in an old building, it's got a gas pump out front, and we heard there's a pottery studio inside.
Now we are both pretty excited to get lattes here because they do make their own syrups. Also, they have some seasonal specials. They had already rolled over to their winter specials since it's December now, but lucky enough for me, they did still have a little bit of their fall special left, which is a pumpkin latte. And this one is really good. It's definitely on the sweeter side, but I still really enjoy it because it does balance well with the coffee flavor. And Jamie ordered the salted honey latte with oat milk, and to me that one tastes a little bit like Honey Nut Cheerios, which was actually one of my favorite cereals as a kid, so I would recommend trying that one too.
Here at the Treehouse Mercantile, they also offer pastries, tea, and handmade goods, including ceramics. Plus, you can even sign up for a pottery class here. Next, I think we're gonna walk around a little bit and see what else this downtown has to offer.
Now, if you happen to be here in Dade City in late January, you'll be able to attend their annual Kumquat Festival, which apparently is pretty popular and draws quite a big crowd. We actually saw that one of the other coffee shops here in downtown Dade City had some items with kumquat in them on the menu, so we're gonna go see if we can try them.
The Farmhouse Market and Cafe is another spot in town to grab a coffee, pastries, or homemade goods. And oftentimes they do have kumquat pie and you can order a slice, but unfortunately they are out today. They did have a picture of it though, and it looks very similar to a key lime pie, but with kumquats. Now they do at least have a kumquat syrup, so we're able to try it in our tea.
Now, I'm normally not a huge tea drinker, but this one is really good. It's loaded with citrus flavor, and the tanginess does actually kind of remind me of key lime, so I can see how kumquats would be really good in a pie. Next, we're gonna go grab some lunch. Our lunch spot brings us here to Cafe Cocapelli, and the main reason we chose this place is because of that atmosphere. It's in a super old building constructed way back in 1916 by the Ford Motor Company. It was originally utilized as a sales and service center for Model Ts.
So I had seen some photos of the inside of this place online, but it looks so much cooler in person. It's got a very rustic feel with the exposed brick and rafters. It also has a bunch of really old lights hanging from the ceiling, as well as really old decorations. Today we went with their lunch special where you could get a soup or salad and a half sandwich. Skylar ordered the she crab soup and Cuban, and I went with the buffalo chicken sandwich and Caesar salad.
We just finished our lunch at Cafe Cocapelli, and once again, that's a spot that has definitely earned its great reputation. While Jamie and I both enjoyed the soup and the salad, the highlights were definitely our sandwiches. Jamie's buffalo chicken sandwich had a super thick piece of chicken that was crispy. The buffalo sauce had some good kick, and the homemade ranch was creamy and delicious. As far as that Cuban goes, they had 3 different types of pork on it, all of which were really juicy. But in my opinion, what makes a great Cuban sandwich is the bread. So I wasn't at all surprised to find out that the bread they use on that sandwich comes from La Segunda Bakery out of Tampa, because from my experience, they make the best Cuban bread around.
Before we get back to Snowcat Ridge, we did want to give you a hint on our next filming location here in Florida. It is one that we filmed at a few years back, and the main activity there is primarily underwater. So give us your best guess in the comments, because the first 3 people that guess it right will get a shout out from us in that episode. Here he comes. Gonna show.
Rusty.
So the last thing we have to show you is the ice skating here. They have a whole path that you can skate around. I think the rentals are around $11. How you doing back there?
I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, look at you go.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that ice skating ribbon was actually the main draw of Snowcat Ridge for Jamie. I was gonna let her ice skate and enjoy a beer because they actually do have some good ones on draft, but she ultimately talked me into joining her. Now we skated at least a half hour or so, and while my legs are sore, I did not get injured, so I'm calling that a success. Now at this point, we've done pretty much everything here at Snowcat Ridge, but some of the staff actually told us that the best time to go down to Tubing Hill is at night, so we're gonna go give that a try.
So I wanted to give you a quick lay of the land here at night. Over here on the left, that's Santa's Village. Then we've got the Igloo right there. And way back there is where the ice skating rink is. And between the slopes and the ice skating rink is where you'll find all the food trucks at. That was a lot of fun, so we're going again.
After going down the slide twice at night, we decided we couldn't leave without trying the 10-person tube in the dark, which as you can see, was a lot of fun.
It is 9:30 and this place closes at 10, and honestly, we were not expecting to stay here this late, but we were just having such a fun time. Now we probably would stay here a little bit longer if we didn't have an hour drive home. Now, if you did enjoy experiencing Snowcat Ridge with us today, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button and that hype button, because it really does help this reach a wider audience. And if you want to see what we get up to next, make sure you're subscribed and turn those notifications on. Thanks for watching.